Good morning. It's Wednesday. This is your midweek pick me up. We're in the middle, well, not quite the middle of 21 days. We're still in the beginning. So guess what? You still have time to chime on in. The link is below. You didn't have to start on Sunday. It is 21 days. Okay. So we have all the way till Easter that you can chime in and get hope to your scripture, to your texts, and hope to your email. So you want to get in there. Today is day 4. So what are we talking about today? Let me guess. Hope. Absolutely. Because we need it. Hope when you are waiting on the Lord. So some seasons of life require patience, y'all. Imagine that. Oh my God. You are praying, you're believing, and you're trusting God, yet the answer has not come yet. Waiting can feel difficult, but the Bible reminds us that waiting on God is never wasted time. How many of y'all know that? God knows how to strengthen and restore us while we wait. You know, many people in the scripture had to wait on God's promises to unfold. Guess what? I got a list for y'all. Oh yeah. I was like, I need to talk about it because when we have an understanding of who waited and how many waited, like there's more. I'm just going to say some of them. But here are some examples. Abraham, right? He waited about 25 years for God's promise of a son, y'all. Sarah, she waited decades to become a mother. We talking about folks that were in old age and her womb wasn't even open to have a child. Like, come on, y'all. Joseph, he waited about 13 years for being sold by his brothers to becoming a ruler in Egypt. These ain't fake stories. This is part of your generations. Listen, Moses, he waited 40 years in the wilderness before God called him to lead Israel. Joshua and Caleb waited 40 years, or something about that, 40, to enter the promised land because of Israel's disobedience. Hannah, oh my God, I love that story, right? Hannah, we talked about her story. She waited years for a child and prayed faithfully until God gave her Samuel. Listen, her journey and her process was crazy because she had oppression, right, during her wait. So how many of y'all been oppressed during your wait? How many of y'all been tired, overwhelmed, felt like giving up? Like she was in a place of depression, even in there where she couldn't even eat, y'all. Come on. God revived her with the promise and restored her womb. My God. David, he waited about 15 years between being anointed king and actually becoming a king. From the field to the king. Field to the kingship. Job waited for restoration after losing everything. My God. Esther waited for the right moment to speak to the king to save her people. Simeon waited his entire life to see the Messiah. Anna, the prophetess, she waited many years in the temple, worshiping and praying until she saw Jesus, y'all. What did she continue to do while she was waiting? Worshiping and praying. Please don't tell me y'all looking for something to do. There is always something to do in the kingdom. Listen, worship and pray. Pray for somebody else instead of you all the time praying for what you want and what you need. So listen, waiting seasons are not wasted seasons. Please repeat that with me. Waiting seasons are not wasted seasons. If God made a promise, he is faithful to fulfill it. And we know that because that's what his word says. And he's done it for y'all. Come on, y'all know. If y'all just think back to yesterday, maybe not even that far, to this morning. He's faithful, right? The same God who came through for Abraham, for Hannah, for David, for Joseph is still working today. The same power yesterday, same power today, same power tomorrow. So those who wait on the Lord, guess what? He's going to renew your strength on today. That's out of Isaiah 40:31. If you need strength, he'll give it to you. Why? Because he remains faithful. It's his goodness. It's his mercy towards the ones he loves. He will fulfill it. Keep on moving forward. God bless you and happy Wednesday.